what's your name?
Maria Victoria Pels.
I'm Sophie. I'm studying art and German studies.
Yeah, my name's Nicholas Campbell.
I'm Jackson Kosis.
My name is Tommy Grimsmeyer. I'm a fourth year film and digital media and econ student at UC Santa Cruz.
Meine Damen und Herren, in wenigen Minuten erreichen wir Berlin Hauptbahnhof. Es werden alle vorgesehenen Anschlusszüge erreicht. Vielen Dank für die Reise mit der Deutschen Bahn. Auf Wiedersehen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Firmana Drive Berlin Central Station. All connecting trains will be reached. Thank you for choosing Deutsche Bahn today. Take care and goodbye.
So, why did you choose to study abroad, and why come to Berlin?
Well, I think studying abroad just was quite easy because the Erasmus program for European students is, it's all just done by your home university, and so you just get to pick a destination and you go there basically.
Well, I've done it twice.
So why the first time and why this time?
The overarching theme between these two things is that as much as it sucks, I really do like being confronted with new challenges, new environments, putting myself in foreign places in which I have to learn how to navigate all over again, build social circles.
So when I was in high school, I went to Germany, and my brother and sister had gone abroad on Rotary Youth Exchanges, and then I was just kind of expected to follow up. So I went, had a wonderful year, met a lot of cool people. That was just for a youth ambassador kind of program. And so when college came around and I was being a student and everything, and I learned that there was further study abroad opportunities available to me, I thought, hey, let's go back. It helps that a good friend of mine, Sophie, was really excited about it too. We had bonded over us both going to Germany, and she's like, hey, I'm going to go to Berlin next year, our junior year, our third year of college. And she said, you should try coming with me. And so, that seems like a great idea. And so I returned to learn the language, to see the city again. I'd gone there before on my first exchange, but not for long. I'd never actually lived there before, so this is going to be a totally new experience. I was there for 2 semesters, so I was very much as close to a part-time student as it could be, which is what I wanted. I believe my first semester I had class, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I think. And then the rest of my week was free, so I had a 4-day weekend every weekend. And then my second semester, I was able to, get the system toward my favor. I only had class Monday and Tuesday, which was absurd. I actually would not recommend that to anyone.
Okay.
I'm recording now too.
I should probably watch my language. What's the policy?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Say whatever you like.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Oh, you're making me fucking nervous. All right, you bet. All right. Well, whenever you're ready, mate, I'm good to go on air anytime.
Okay.
I was born for this.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing. So I think it was more a matter of luck than anything. Obviously, I had some interest in Berlin as a city. I'd heard good things, but our university had a partnership with the Freie Universität, which meant that being on the course it was included as part of my academic program. So I just kind of ended up there, and I didn't really realize what it meant until I was just sort of out of the airport, really. I just kind of let things happen. I didn't even think too much about it, to be honest.
So that was the second time that I was studying abroad, and I was kind of wowed and starry-eyed by leaving the country for the very first time. And I think I spent a week in Berlin, and I was just blown away by the city, and I kind of promised myself I would come back someday. So I applied and got a lot of scholarships and decided to come here mostly because I love the city, but I study art, and the city has a huge art scene. And there's a lot of events. There's, I don't know, exhibition openings. I don't know, just things to do. And I also wanted to improve my German. And I also like big cities. So Berlin was perfect. And I actually moved back a month ago. This time, basically, for, I don't want to say forever, but.
Well, upon first coming to the city, I was really just kind of taken aback because I'd never really lived in a proper city before. You know, I'm from Vista, from near San Diego, but I'm actually in San Diego. It's just kind of the suburbs with schools and other boring shit. But I come to Berlin and I just kind of see this huge scope. It's just a totally restless place in a good way. Like, the energy never really stops. There's always just something new going on. There's always different people to see. It's a bit of a intimidating place in that way, I think.
I remember being excited because I was like, God damn, like, this accommodation is so cheap. I'm getting a great deal. I walked into that room on the first day and I was like, God damn, this looks like a fucking hospital ward right here. I was like severely shocked.
I like it, I think it's interesting, but I also actually like it less than I expected to. I thought that Berlin would be a good fit, that I would find a lot of interesting things to do, and that's definitely the case. But, well, I also lived in a big city in Belgium. I grew up in the capital in Brussels, and so the big city life isn't that big of a change for me.
When I first got here, once again, it was another quite low point in my life, actually. I had felt totally alienated when I had first arrived here. It's such a big city. In many ways, yeah, it reminded me of my first year of college, and especially in the fact that I wasn't having much fun when I first came here. You know, I didn't know anybody. I noticed all of my sort of old social anxieties cropping up again.
Moved here, I was like a little overwhelmed by the size because it is pretty spread out, and I think there's 3.7 million people now. So even though I grew up right outside of San Francisco and was in SF pretty often, I wasn't used to a city of almost 4 million people. So it was a little overwhelming living here at first, but I got used to it very fast, and my impression was that it's a very special place, and it made me happy to be here.
And I think there is also something to say for cities on a bit of a smaller scale, because I think 4 million people in such a big city, just space-wise, it's a bit overwhelming, and it also almost doesn't feel like a city anymore. It's more of, I don't know, like the time I spend on public transport, for example, I'm easily on it 2 hours a day. I don't know, I would never want to raise my children outside of a city, for example, because I grew up in a city and I find it so valuable, that experience.
Really? That's exactly the reason why my parents decided to move to the suburbs.
Really?
They didn't want to raise me in the city.
Just living in a city like that's an experience that you can't trade away, you know? And like I was saying before, Berlin is just such a restless, chaotic place in that way that you kind of have to find your own ground. You have to find your feet there, or else you're gonna get swallowed up. I think that, you know, being a student for a semester or for 2 semesters is not enough time to really get to know Berlin. You have to have either lived here for, you know, 4 or 5 years, or just been born
and
here.
Your experience as a student is also totally different than
Absolutely.
if you work here or you've grown up here or something, you know.
Of course.
This is the crazy idea. I cannot imagine being born in Berlin and growing up here. I don't know. It just seems.
You would probably feel it differently.
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah.
You will give it for granted.
Yeah, I think you definitely would.